Hey gang, Doug here at Iron Village. Today's workout, as the article talks about, is going to cover some movements for firefighters and specifically, like we discussed in the article, injury prevention and mimicking some of the movements and movement patterns that they experience in everyday life. And honestly, aside from firefighters, it's all of us. We all push, we pull, we hip hinge, level change as far as squatting. So these are beneficial to everyone, of course, but some of the movements have a little specificity, if you will, to firefighters specifically. So I'm going to get right into the movements. As the article states, it's a 5-movement kind of circuit. Depending on the time you have, ideally it'd be 20, 25, maybe even 30 minutes. A 5-minute warm-up and a cool down at the end, of course. Time how many rounds you get through. So that's a good way to use that SMART protocol, make it measurable, and track your progress. So say I can do a 30-minute workout with these 5 movements. I get through 6 rounds completed. Next time I'm going to shoot through for 6.5. Just always trying to improve myself. If I'm not feeling that well, not feeling that hot, a lot of stress, should see if I can at least match that 6 rounds and you know, when I'm feeling better, then try and improve. So let's go over the movements real quick. I'm not going to do the whole workout, of course, but I'm just going to show you a couple reps of each just so you understand what I wrote. So the first 2 are going to involve the total gym. Then we're going to do a couple with a kettlebell, and a body weight one is thrown in there as well. So first one's going to be a reverse lunge and press. So standing in front of the board, glide board, you have 1 foot up. Dumbbells are going to start. I like to maintain a neutral grip the entire time, so palms will face each other the whole time. Okay, I'm going to lunge back to the lower body, a lot of balance and stability here. And as I come up, I'm going to add that press. So reverse lunge, stand and press. Reverse lunge, stand and press. So of course you get each side, each leg there. So lower body movement, upper body pressing movement. We're going to go right to a pull-up. So I'm just going to raise the glide board up a little bit. Obviously adjust it to your level. These guys in. And I know if you're watching this video, you're all familiar with the pull-up, one of the most common movements with the total gym. So again, just make sure your shoulders line up with the end of the board. Grab the handles, feet up, get that nice full extension so we get full range of motion. And keep the chest on the board the entire movement for the desired number of reps. And once you finish those, you move right onto we're going back to a lower body movement. Kettlebell swing. With the swings, I really like the movement to be coming from the hips. So it's movement, hips go back, stand up straight and forth. So it's not don't turn it into a squat where you go straight down in like a shoulder front raise. Okay, it's the hips that are moving the bell. So I'm gonna hike the bell back, like almost like I'm hiking it in football. Hike it back, stand up straight, and snap those hips. So dynamic hip extension. Okay, the knees bend, but it's more about the hips. Alrighty, as soon as you finish those, you're gonna go into a bear crawl movement. I'm just gonna do a couple feet here. Depending on your area, you could obviously expand that. So just hands and feet, a crawling butt can be up a little bit. Okay, 20, 30 yards, bring it on back. And then kind of the active recovery movement, the last one, if you will, is gonna be a suitcase carrier or 1-arm carry. I like these, 'cause obviously we're asymmetrical, so we've got the weight on one side. It's throwing my body off balance, so I really need to engage the obliques, the core, to keep me under control. So I would walk down with one hand, come back with the other. Just try to maintain a nice tall posture the entire time, so don't let that bell win and let it pull you over. Okay, so that's 1 round. Of course, it's just a running clock, so if you need to towel off, grab water, do so, and then get right back into that 2nd round as soon as you can.